Donald Trump as president honestly reminds me of a toddler flying an airplane. He doesn't even know what's going on or what he's doing. He's just happy to be there. He's going up and down, left and right, all while claiming he's the best at flying. Then when the plane inevitably crashes, it's Biden's fault. This seems to be Trump's MO because he is a bumbling idiot. He's a laughingstock, and in turn, he's making America into a laughingstock as well. However, one thing I think a lot of people don't realize is that one of the most powerful weapons against a narcissist like Donald Trump is actually laughter. Nothing sets a narcissist off like just laughing at them, mocking them, and refusing to take them seriously. And this is exactly what's happened for Donald Trump. That's right, Donald Trump has been left fuming as MSNBC has been laughing, all because of these new, shocking Republican betrayals against Donald Trump. How's it going, everybody? Hunter Avallone here with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. Now, we're gonna get to how exactly Trump has been left fuming and how these Republicans have betrayed Trump. But before we do that, I have to tell you guys something that's absolutely insane. Trump's ICE is absolutely out of control. And just recently, it's been revealed that they did the unthinkable.
In Worcester, Massachusetts, ICE agents lured undocumented immigrant Roseanne Ferreira de Oliveira into the open using her own children and grandchild as bait, then arrested her. According to multiple sources, ICE pulled over her daughter, 21-year-old Augusta Clara, her 17-year-old sister, and Clara's 3-month-old baby. Agents told them they couldn't leave the baby with a minor, pressuring Clara to call her mother to the scene. Once Ferreira de Oliveira arrived, ICE pounced, arresting her while letting the others go. No warrant was shown, and community members captured the chaos on video. That footage went viral last week, but Rolling Stone has now released an exclusive update revealing the horrific details behind what really happened. They are traumatized for life, one source told Rolling Stone. These girls' lives are shattered. The Trump administration is touting the arrest as a victory, even though the alleged prior offense involved a domestic dispute and the so-called dangerous weapon was a phone charger cable. Massachusetts law forbids local police from helping ICE, but Worcester officers were on the scene, slamming the teen daughter to the ground and arresting a local school board candidate. The Massachusetts Attorney General's office has now opened an investigation. This wasn't just an arrest, it was a calculated setup.
Can I just order a large America, no ICE? But Trump isn't only slipping up with ICE, he's also slipping up with his recent tax bill. That's right, Republicans have been pushing for a new tax bill. It's not going so well for them.
Okay, on tips, the president has said, your tips will be 100% yours. Does this tax bill continue the payroll tax on people's tips?
Yes, it does, Mr.
Overtime. The president said your overtime will be tax-free. Does this bill continue the payroll tax on overtime?
It does not exempt overtime from the payroll tax.
And now all of this nonsense has led to the moment you've been waiting for. Because Trump is fuming as MSNBC reveals a shocking Republican betrayal.
Where Republicans find their voice a bit. Here they are talking about the plane.
This is a hypothetical, and I'm sure that if and when there is, it's no longer a hypothetical. I can assure you there will be plenty of scrutiny of whatever that arrangement might look like.
Are you concerned with the national security implications of that jet being given as a gift to the president?
Well, again, I mean, like I said, there'll be plenty of scrutiny. There are lots of issues around that I think will attract very serious questions if and when it happens.
Well, what I'm concerned is the safety of the president. I mean, Qatar's not, in my opinion, a great ally. I mean, they support Hamas. And so what I'm worried about is the safety of the president of the United States.
I'm even a little concerned about accepting a gift to the federal government that way. I mean, it's a very odd offer. Obviously, people just don't give you things without expecting something in return. And, you know, Qatar may be useful, but I wouldn't say they're our strongest ally.
When you get something of that value from a country, one typically thinks that there's something in it for the country that is offering it. So I think there's certainly a lot of questions.
I think we should have a big, beautiful plane built in the United States of America. The president's been very good on Make America, Buy America. We probably ought to pass a law that requires the federal government to buy everything from and in the United States of America. I think this would be a good opportunity to do that. And I can think of other things, and I bet the president can too, that Qatar can do to be helpful to us. If they'd like to be helpful, they could start by rooting out the Islamic radicalist terrorists.
that they fund, whether it's Hezbollah, whether it's Hamas, whether it's Islamic Jihad. We can go down the list, but Elizabeth, there's so many things that Republicans would naturally be against here in any normal times, and we're starting to hear actually some of it. The presidency and the Republican Party that is so dedicated to buying America, building America, at least they say they are, actually not even having the president fly around in a plane built by Americans.
Well, can you imagine if this was Barack Obama wanting to accept a $400 million plane from Qatar? It just shows you how things have changed.
So long story short, this panel is very much mocking Donald Trump. It's kind of making light of Trump's nonsense, and it works really well. Like I said in the beginning, Trump cannot stand people laughing at him. That is like deliberately looking him in the eye and saying, I don't respect you. It drives him up a wall. And this is exactly what MSNBC has successfully done with this panel. We already know that Trump has been complaining that his second time in office isn't as easy as he thought it would be. I don't know, Trump. I think things would be a lot easier for you if you just followed the law.